Yamu akwa baby enwu e dia ba Adom TV so ebraso se de Badwam Mpensenpensenmu ebreo mu humani mi ye wo ho kuafo de enhyeda mfie ni mu enkyere pizza ene eye Farmers Day, the 40th edition of the Farmers Day ene na ebaso wonim se abato ebeto na fe nti na mpanifo atwe Farmers Day celebration na abetire into the 40th Farmers Day celebration no ene na ebaso na de ma afi de edanso kra ene se afi no regional celebrations no enko nemom region bia no awardees nipa e deserve awards no mako edu penifo so mdo mu nyina e bankran abeka national awardees ne ho na omu nyina enanwumre no nan ewo eye Alisa ya dinner ene awards night no e de ama wo nti se de etie eno no nemum holiday ne de the first Friday of the month of December, which happens to be 6th December, dear Chia, you can control about and a basso pay information at a free Ministry of Interior at the Ebayano. And I pay your baby D and Como, our bedroom. So now, me will emrantia who fell for me noa, one munina, a ja wabene, a war a year in Kitahudi, Jinam Emma Wamanuku. Before me introduce your mono, happy birthday and comma Felicity and Ponsa AJ, Kumasi, Felicity and Ponsa AJ. Kumasi, happy birthday enko emao na anopei Kofi Ameyao ewa ha Kofi eye MPP amanyoko no won mo a ejira amanyoko na nemu ekasama wo mo no emu ebaako na Dr. Sami Ayu aye Dr. Sami Aye enso eye NDC amanyoko spokesperson ewo youth development ho Kofi memoachi emoakwaba
na eje meje so
be di so ho ye
na me ne medini na so e
enso ye ho ye pa me so dwumadi a wudie no mo na wo diaspora no nti na ya na wontantena ha bedru Ghana da ben
na watch pepepe na nopa around this time yes and I'm bedru ye na me ado
do free boko de
baby am free boko na afi ne yato abayi penifo fro so medi yanim say ye no ye to a anase America for mu to a just January 20th or so. I think the second week of January, and Sana swear the president in. So in the meantime, no transition of course. But from that, Ghana form war, the tri-state of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and US in Yano. I think they are doing well. Oh yes, but to be fair, and yet to say elections before.
Okay.
Because no woman say America the economy in America is tough. And the cost of flights is so cost. Until this time I believe that they will trust the good people of Ghana to make a better decision. They will trust the good people of Ghana to make a continuation and consolidation of Enyom Papa or Mampenin and Adom Mpensenpensenmu. I said Dr. Badwam Mpensenpensenmu and to us because we share Enyoma ema ya sitinemu ya kono eye mre eye abe fontin tan kese no yedi ye adwuma no eno na Dr. Badwam Mpensenpensenmu champion. So this time they might not come like before, but omo when is eniso adun hu bi kese bi se na Adom Mpensenpensenmu beja na chiri ye ama Dr. Badwam Mpensenpensenmu. Apart from that, I think say bibia ye okay. Ye hwe se yeso ye kwa akoto ya ba no na bibia ya emba chiri. Now you be a parliamentary MPs and then of course our president as well.
All right. Dr. Aye, what point to say?
Oh, about the other romantic. You ain't even complaining. The attorney say Ghana for this year. Omoto something equal to about in 2016. Mistakenly, Emma MPP no, and Omasu Aswansa. And Omahu de Modru. Omahu say in 2016, now Oma setting a muye. I say a name no say because in 2016, no, na per dollar a 4 cedis, and na per dollar a 17 cedis. Na full 1 gallon, na a 13 cedis, and ne a 70 cedis. And ne Ghana for this year, Omo Bobra pa. Edisi kasiye eye adwuma son over 1 million edi omusika koto bond and then another dan kwakufuado and Dr. Baomia, head of Ghana's economic management team. Almost since Huna, I want on to Yakute, on betuya in the next 15 to 20 years. Imagine will be our 70 years. Now, say, Ninsi Hua Benya from Sika or the amount betuya in 20 years. That I know 90 years. Nipa saying the Benya do 90 years. Into Asama or Pesa or catch on they say Sika Nuntia. And ne Ghana for 2 million Mebuno in any ejuma. Because in Yumakua, ne wa Ghana, Omufia Manonia, Omofa Ghana, Mobuno Jumano. Bebre Jane Egu, Omejane for Ghana. Glovo, Ejane for Ghana. Cargill, Ejane for Ghana. Lipton, Ejane for Ghana. Bake, Ejane for Ghana. Game, Ejane for Ghana. Omunana, Omofa Ghana, Mobuno Juma. There are several banks are buying collapse your moi. Na Ghana for Mobuno ne Yewajuma. Egu. Sa Ghana mabuno no sisi omo tifie omo adwuma sama yeden aye pasa enti the fundamental question a Ghana ni bia otie mi anopa yi eti said the America fo bisa omo ho ne se ene masetena mu ye sene 8 years ago e wo Ghana ana say masetena mu ye 4 years ago e wo America and America for kan omo simple omo say in 2020 na ya setena mu yesen enne 2024 adentia because abanya na eteso a omato abetia omo no oma sai omo economy poto inflation asai edwuma sama yeden asai enti sa question no omo bi se omo say oma setena mu ye sene 4 years ago one no say dey bi oma setena mu ye dey enye oma ntie excuses bia from aban no omo tutia omo so we are banya say you to abama wa there is only one responsibility. The responsibility is to solve problems. The moment oma excuses edin chechemu ba denti a wa failing no they must vote against you. That is why all the posts and all research there are two fundamental problems in Ghana for ebisa. One, Ghana sika samuto to Ghana economy na tete apansam. There na the leadership in power omoye. The answer is no. There is no solution. Number two, Ghana mabunu 2 million na esisi omu ni adwuma no. Ebinsi da e wo Ghana bakosemu no. Edien na MPP aban under Baumia as head of economic management team. Edien na oya afa ho a ebema Ghana mabunu e ho ato, ebema Ghana mabunu ni adwuma. There is no solution. Enti nipa pi na ayekrado. Say December 7 abana ye kwakotu. Ombeto my excellency John Dramani Mahama. Na MPP for campaign omoye say e say wo America Democrats omo say Donald Trump one-term president ene wo wini aba. The same campaign MPP for so ye Ghana. His excellency John Dramani Mahama one-term president ye hu ne da. Ghana for ehun say under John Dramani Mahama na omo life better right now.
First introduction
into something on December 7 but there is no economic indicator a year better than 2016.
All right.
And why should the people vote for you in December 7?
Sami, me da say. And yankomo ayedie no ye ba behwe de enra esi wo parliament ne commentaries aba from enra Kofi Minim say enra monitor parliamentary proceedings no na wo de wani adi previously in some way no ene the akọ Supreme Court ne the aba ase yama order ibedi so yeni so ye rules ne ho keka ho kwa to the extent of the parliament international crime adwuma and ho ripple effect no ebeko yero afenyo mark na kire se anhwe ye adwuma fo aketu akra no ebeko akoka no sanse sa discussions ni nyina ye discussions o se parliament na omotimi aye ene other important enioma egupuno so wo senka make say ye tie ani ahwedi ho nkomo na ye hunu emfaso betimi dia Ghana for
NJ we dey on say o sha se adi nkomo no obo ye kuafo ene a ye tu esi o say yen celebrate o. I joined the many Ghanaians commend you omo bo ma baso wo adwuma so a omo ye aboa oman Ghana Sebi enyoma mu ye den no Ghana for still omukọ edwom a omunya aduane eto we edi adanse se omo ye adwuma pa nyame nhyiram na aban so enyi omo yifiri mu anintina ohwe Afro Barometer survey na ba ye no a overwhelming majority of Ghanaians support say planting for food and jobs intervention aban the by say be so masene no yade a ekoyie pa nti omo nto aso nti mene Ghana for dodo na ekabo mu kase yemamo ayiko no kre ye friend is saying mrase bedwam de ekoso Ghana for ye nyina ya titibi de wo mu ne se enya ade a etwayi nya ade a efe bibia di adanse se Speaker of Parliament mrase bedwa chairman edi omani hwam. He has been a disappointment to the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Now, no, can say in the press conference, he wants to leave a parliament that is strong as an institution.
Stronger than he came to meet.
Unfortunately, he would leave this 8th Parliament weak because the actions, any inactions, no, I'm a parliament, no, I am ready. No, it can be, we say, enyonyam ana ebuo eni parliament ho ebio nanamontuo ne kasa ne neye bi ama parliament no ye twe omo from na oko street to bisa Ghana for about what is happening in parliament full of disdain and scorn for the institution of parliament because any speakership and a parliament or say ye yemra no and ohaya lawless parliament or say ye hihye mra na ye toto mra no confusion aye basa wo ho nti as a speaker no na meni no kranim oni oman no endi ni ye na me de mi hu ni say na meni majority leader afenyo marking so ye adwene say ye nhihye ya NDC for any speaker akọ any boapayo a omaye say enam say omo kasa any omo nkita wudi a omni Ghana for dino say be ento yasumu as far as their policies and their programs going forward is concerned, and as far as omo candidate no former President John Dramani Mahama yem peno to come back again minya Same Kasano or say 2016 Ghanaians made a mistake. Ghanaians never made a mistake. John Dramani Mahama as a president was a monumental failure as far as being a president concerned. 2016, Obeye Omampeni 2013. In fact, Obeye a caretaker president in 2015. Omai 2012. Omai no na nke yesika sem baby ana mills ejadi atono. Wentimi ankoho da biara da. As far as the size of the economy concerned, at some point, now 14%. Office now 3.4%. For 4 solid good years, now Ghana for a day sumo. Meaning, can businesses on free on my way. Those businesses, they have their substitutes in Ghana. They have competitors. And then it's a game. No, I'm not in Yane. Your friend is saying, Akramo. We have people who are selling the same food items. So there's a competition. And if they can't compete, they will definitely leave. They are not competing because the economic atmosphere is not conducive. And number 2, because of doom solti, according to the Institute of Statistical and Social Economic Research, a department in University of Ghana, every single day because of doom so, now Ghana for businesses lose $2 million. And Numa a good year and then a not town constituency, voter star testers, a good year as a result of doom so. Blue Sky, a no fruit juice, a good year as a result of doom so. Companies in Tama, Enclave, Industrial Enclave, SRK businesses because of doom so. And Kababa, according to a Joy News, my reporter, mo year 2014, here, multimedia. My operations budget was less than Sika Mudito for to power your genset. This is the economy and the country President Mahama presiding over. And now be agitum. Said the American phone pojitum say we are saying as a result of a global pandemic, a fair we are seeing in our no. At the time, na global pandemic be anyhow. Na Ghana for santini and san no manya fan guato. At the time, na empo yasi dollar no eye 4.2 no. Na allowances aban so ntimi ntua. My teacher for muko eye na yenwama muko teacher training in nursing training. At the time, na mo say dollar near eye 4.2 no. Now you 2 secondary schools mu e northern region because about me for subventions enko. At the time, now you see dollar near 4.2 no. Now teacher for a year juma bear 12 months, near 3 months in this country. At the time, 7 years dollar near 4.2 no. Or your doctor, so your medical doctor, respectfully. I buy way for 11 months no junior doctors in this country. So what is he talking about? So for me, a clear agenda by the NDC in Parliament, okay, conniving with the Speaker of Parliament, realizing say, Oma Semono, any of my candidates in Ghana for ya repudiating yam peno, ya pono. And to move a pequan be also to make the state ungovernable, unstable. And that is why Ghana for any diemwania on Brazil, me pese mu betie me. And sat down sayam kotojo bufom. And now say omunim say free SHS. Ebe boa ama Ghana for nyanya ehun sunsanso papa. Na yede ehun anuonyam ama Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo His Excellency. Any the new patriotic party ni ntino. Yempe kwan bia so na emra no a o se eba. Na nka ebe hye say free SHS no abani aba betina prekope. Oba wontimi nya ho hwe. Esa say omo otirimupo bi say omo bo mbetwam. Eye policy a omo njindi. At the time when the policy was introduced, omo organize a mebunu eko montin ekachire say free SHS eye 419. At the time I no empo omo so omo introduce free SHS no. Omampani Dada John Dramani Mahama ejina simpio su kachire Ghana for say eye free SHS no eye desperate eye attend by a desperate politician to hoodwink the good people of Ghana. Intenya no kore. And omo say ba be kachire some no mo dey buy. So clearly for me, the speaker here no emwa omano kanko ebio say yanko parliament ame yanji yesika asem hyehyɛ ya yede bɛbɔ ye ho bra anje antomo a adwumafo aketua bekem and this if onim santi no ma hyɛda boapayo ɛyɛ de omo ye no nanka enye asefem enye niwo enye fɛrie se bio majority ɛwɔ baabi a omotena wɔ parliament minority ɛwɔ baabi a omotena ɛwɔ parliament. Na NDC majority, omo kwa eye parliament, anopa be nonson, nonsia. No makotna, bebia, the clerk of table, and as a clerk, penny or woman, as we dream, actually, so be uncotna. Ya, bioma kotna, omo kwa, bebia, say majority MP before Tina, omo be ye, Juma, ebo, my Ghana, no makotna. The omo shani say, MP before so beba, omaka see a monfa and kunya mine, na yen tokwa, MP before yen, yes, sir. It's Messer Ghana for say, na no 2020 abato ye koto ye na ye in skirt and blouse ne senti yenya parliament ati sei no mese Ghana for ni di mu na on Brazil mu a maybe onsi na meka ne sana mesre MPP fo mapafo se mesre mu adwebere o sebi ye se afan no enya ne enche se abontinsi ni emmefa nko abana ye kwa akoto menasipo bia ebufuo bia do obi ayo do abo me do aka me de wetim no eni die mu na Brazil mu ayen fanto nchen esa say everything demonstrates say sa parliament ya yenya yi amboa eye the 8th parliament and the 4th republic and especially speaker na yenya yi no as described by the former chief whip of the NDC no
is it because any issues kwa be a deliberations abeko resistance no many ade bebe munti and I walk as a amwa yepe parliament as a rubber stamp and I be everywhere.
That be say oko parliament and any proceedings and even the Hansard. You realize say anytime a be transacting government business no. Say be obia de na dream chire eba. Parliament ye bia ye church na dream to adwin. Na ye wia ye nyina esi gina ye ati ase say we yepe. anaasɛ wei yɛ mpɛ
yɛ ne first man
medicine no nti mesre sɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ bi ɛpɛ sɛ parliament ɛyɛ rubber stamp dabi at times when even the NDC was an overwhelming majority the minority JH Mensa ɛde asɛm kɔ court ɛma ɛyɛ NDC majority no DFN ɛgye to mu ɛma ne pass here. And even in the case of MPP, at the time, and near overwhelming majority 169, no, there were instances where you didn't be court. They say near person introduces our road tour, so okay, say be year free crown. The NDC did not approve of it. We were an overwhelming majority. We withdrew. And the Ngasi Parliament in your rubber stamp. Name only this particular parliament has been a total disaster. Because it's being presided by Aye Agbangbangbi. As described by the chief whip, say, or a tyrant, or you'll be a Kebi and Kebi. Sebi, or Chena Adwina, say, or Chena Adwin, or Chena Adwin Chena. On fact, baby Ojina and Ojina. And to say, you bet me to solve this particular issue. Now, we have an opportunity in 29 days going to the polls to elect new members of parliament and a new president. Yento Abama, the new patriotic party. Yento Abama, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Neye oman no emfa ne tuma mpemfra ne nyina yenko yeni.
All right. Dr. Samuel, for the next 10 minutes here.
I am one say ene MPP for wo akokodrom de ka dum so ho asem. Look, in 2007, say there was dum so.
Yeah.
What was the solution by Kufuor's government? Omokofa asofo from Suhum Apedwa Sadnaregu Tolong wa se omonko akosobo no mommom paye na nyame nto supa na yenya ensu bebre na increase hydropower. They did not do anything sustainable and permanent about them so.
Oh, but I said that time no more.
Hold on. A population. Please. Minia.
But
the point I'm making is that
we need Empire. They went to pray, all right, but they did other things.
We needed much more sustainable
I think I'll qualify
and long-standing solution for the near future, especially at a time when industrialization was needed and I was coming. And this year, by Yankasa Yan Yakofa so full. DNA the buy. Yakofa Mary the buy. Yakofa Asogli phase 2. Yakofa Send Power. Yakofa Amandi. Ena yede solve dum so. Emma Baumi akotena studio. Enjoy FM say Joma Hama solve dum so baye mwana baso. Ene Joma Hama na oja sikase fa to fango. Na fa tua power plant sika. Wakoje esla sika 30 billion. Joma Hama ene creating fund edija says kanija. Wakofa says kana didi awasa osrim. Edi sika ne mu bi ama company ote ne ba bi a wano ampa mwanye hwe. Odi amana di. Ena sisi e sika na e wo sa fund ni masa. Ena asogli a shut down. Mini ya uti ebe.
Uti upa.
Eti wo ena wasa Ghana for bawachi. Sa wasa amadum so aba. Enti ene Ghana for Badwam Mpensenpensenmu because of his investment in the energy sector. He added 2,300 megawatts of power. Ojaya Eslas, Sika yen sanfam bo energy sector hobra. Ojaya Tuabo gas plant, it produces 120 million cubic feet of gas. And ne MPP buy Ghana gas, a car, Gabini Dio Monya, a Kaketoa, a Gueni. And somebody, ye jam with Sika, no more diaseno. Ye jam a gas processing planter, no more dimuscan, no more Maseno. So why should the people renew your mandate? Or say companies say good because there was competition. Hey, now unim companies are America, or the same product they are still producing. Unkwani country are competition a year among companies. So what excuse is this? Excuse me. Now MPP 4 day, sometimes ojo mo on tiase. Hey, no can say America neighbor mo din na den. In America, near Mamuya, then what were the people's response? Maybe so. Niema mu ye den a omo se aban na sei omo si kasem no. What was the result? Maybe so 2 days ago dey in America.
Oma to aba.
Oma to aba ye den.
Asesa
Aban nim. Enti wan kasa wasa ka asema yi ho. America for say omo si kasem atete apansam. Aban na di omo hwamo. Omo youth omo nyuma asam asai. Inflation at praka. What was the result? The result is that they voted against the government. It's why should there be an excuse for MPP government? Only Democrats are buying no. Difference be any. Okofa vice president a wafeli eba e wa America. Ama for na 20 ano. Sa na Ghana amakofa vice president a wafeli poto ama ono ankasa ne records kwa odwane afiri ho. Ono ankasa ne claim or say onim economic management. Ono ankasa say awadwane afiri ho. Wadane ne ho wale Steve Jobs. And o chase digitalization because he has failed in the management of the economy. And it is about the economy. First point of call is management of the economy. The economy has failed. Ghana sika sem to yati apansam. Why should we vote for Baumia? Agrobe so anadwa efianopa. Yebeto amawa ejina wo management of the economy. What it say economy na pansam no. Ade ne yento abama wo. Na yanko asem no so. Look. Denti a ye wo baby a we eye because ye wo nipa ko bi o Ghana ha. Omo say omo ye Ghana force no bia.
Omo say omo ye dey.
Omo ye Ghana force no bia.
Okay.
Omo say leadership omo birthright. Omo say bibi e besi bia no it must go in favor of omo. It matters not whether 4 years ago they were with a certain position. So long as this current position is against them, they will change their principle. In October 2020, then this year, MPP for to manum to say pay. Sir, members of parliament be member of parliament be independent candidate. Now, according to our constitution and the constitution of Ghana, no, I will see a permanent parliament. And to say ne, one crop for us and say omo independent. Now speaker, I had the one kasa who speaker here in 2020 ya. And now obo speaker. Obonechi. So they lack principle. And if you look at it, no, the lack of principle in MPP and no na ama oma buying every sector of national life at pansam because they have no principle. And now for your market say you intimate to ya NDC are buying PC to your public workers car. Hey, now public workers salary, Parliament they determine every month. It is part of the account of the government until a new budget is made. It is only a person who is only being mischievous or suffers willful ignorance and they may make his claim. But a very ignorant claim.
Maybe where is coming from?
Where is it coming from? In fact, hold on.
Maybe. You made a statement into maybe. We are trying to, as we discuss, we educate to.
No problem.
The first 3 months of afe ayatuaba ewie no. Ye prepare budget for the first quarter. Yes. And salaries ni adie nyina are inculcated and are captured in that budget no. Sisi ya ye ka say parliament entimi antenase and just budget na ntumu a it goes to affect them. That's the basis of NASEM no can.
It has no basis. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Say if why ready say ode free SHS bill eba. Why ready say oba be deliberate on government salaries, government worker salaries. Why were you absent in parliament? Because on our question speaker kitten say speaker parliament. Is that not it? It's why were they absent? I mean, I'm a question say afenyo mark ne other MPs and Sani or Manaya some more parliament now. When the speaker was in chamber, NDC side was in chamber waiting for them to come to conduct government business. Why did they not come? MPP for crowd, what is their problem? Also, Yamra parliament about one
per information me wo any command me deal with on your evening show big agenda first deputy majority whip Dr. Alex Junubua according to him, way in the West, so just to help the conversation, or say and run on bedroom, omo inform speaker, and it's a usual thing omo say omo ye caucus meeting, and normally even the NDC MP so omo caucus meeting, they inform the speaker so that when they are done. Speaker no crowd be background or catch up say we are waiting for be a NDC or MPP caucus so will be. But
they inform the speaker.
Yes, according to him they inform the speaker. Oh, me
yes,
can you see what I say? And they inform the speaker say they are having a caucus meeting. Only for them to hear say speaker call inside Akwa Johnny sitting in that's maybe this coming from him. It might be true or not.
So that's the side of the story. It is not true.
Okay. So what happened? Were you there? Were you?
I said so many for parliament.
Okay, into what can I say?
It's not true. Oma any notice be here. They didn't give any notice. It was an agenda. Sir, speaker has already shown say this is his ruling on the matter. MPP is minority, NDC is majority. Into omunti mi ma metra say nim gwase aka omo ne omo leadership. Into omunti metra say nti yemfa excuse bi mra ne yen create impression say it is the NDC side that is creating all the problem.
Okay.
And please, the issue is clear. MPP a minority, NDC a majority. Nothing can change it. But you see, what is happening in the MPP? And I'm landing on this point. Lack of principle now make one seven. They be a per se, be a per se. The omo pe and then no matter what the situation, whether a bit Ghana, ain't Ghana. Look at the appointments in the Electoral Commission, MPP4. Look at the appointment in Supreme Court, MPP4. Look at every independent state institutional, Omobo Ghana defense, MPP. So long as it favors them, they have populated with party folks. Whatever they are doing there is against the people of Ghana. So, but unfortunately, Omanya our parliament. It's another young speaker of parliament.
Yeah, factual.
Yes.
Okay, say your popularity Supreme Court with MPP.
Justice NS Yalgo. One court say as MPP parliamentary candidate, into this. How do you go and appoint such a person as a Supreme Court judge sitting on a case that involves the Supreme Court, involves his party? Look at Electoral Commission. Hold on. Look at Electoral Commission.
No. It's one person and now who knows Supreme Court.
But if you allow one person,
maybe say one person. Because
at least on openly we know.
Okay.
So MPP need.
Okay.
But I am clear in my mind. Said there are others. Yes.
Okay.
In fact, when you go to the Electoral Commission, Dr. Apia Hene, is it not a known MPP serial caller and communicator? How do you go and appoint Nipa Otisa to the Electoral Commission? But enona omanya our parliament. When you a patriotic citizen like Adom Babin as speaker, making sure say justice comes to the people of Ghana. Making sure say the right thing is done. Na MPP there, they cry na be country na the pa na ye bochi. What you say? It is the lack of principle. 1, 2. MPP4 say omo pese be bia regardless whether it's Ghana and Intia Ghana, be bia echo in favor of omo. Na yesa o ma wani ti bebre ba. O ma ponchiachi. In 2020,
yeah, that's for man.
We independent echo ye there. What you let say empam in parliament. In 2024, wow, ni pasa nkrofo 2, 3 ako independent. O say any young kwaji interpretation from Supreme Court. Now then in 2020 there, one kwaji interpretation of Supreme Court. Now you let the speaker. In 2020, speaker na dey no speaker papa.
Dog, mama now
but in 2024, speaker na dey only speaker papa. So there is no principle. And if you have a people like that governing a country, and no na be ma Ghana, you see, I remember economy. Bibi atisi apansa.
All right, mama now say, mesa about hobiem. Kofi Bremoy.
You see, when we talk about the issue at stake, and Koma this is here, I critical and a Ghana ya Koma. The speaker, yen actually yes, yenya kukudrum kanchen say enkaye enkoyi.
But did you listen to him or your press conference?
I have the point here. In fact, So utie press conference now or yeah no. How can I be ye? He had an opportunity. And yet common. When was the last time I who say Speaker of Parliament at a press conference? It is not common. I won't talk about his love for power. Said you can't do to me, no, and they mean cohort yet. But when he had an opportunity to address the good people of this country, he went fingering and then blaming people. One, or blaming the president as a person. Say, oh, connive with the judiciary to undermine parliament. Ebio, the same speaker who has been a lawyer for a whole lot of years and a member of parliament for 32 good years. I catch you say, the afternoon markings here, you know, and a gross disrespect to parliament, with the greatest of respect to the speaker. If any member and any citizen of this country, including a member of parliament, it doesn't matter a leader or not, any interpretation of the constitution, the constitution man no kwanya and kwon to speak an anchor and on
issues in parliament.
See, the reason why I don't really want to focus on the issues, no, because a yenyoma SEC dada and Makachra say the former chief whip of the NDC, Honorable Mutaka, I catch a Ghana for say, Speaker or a tyrant. Meaning to the make a tyrant or
I don't want you to be repeating it.
Why shouldn't I repeat it? As someone NDC ni mapaka. And to know I can be and can be. So I don't want to go into the nitty-gritties.
That's not the truth. I
am saying that I am referring to a statement made categorically by a former chief whip of
by
the NDC.
Agreeing with it, Meboa. You agree with
and
that
his
fact.
actions and inactions, speaker actions and inactions, no, confirms to me. And again, let me make the point clear.
Andra, maybe answer me more to us. Answer now. He said the American mene your friend is say Honorable Junubua, Alex Junubua, majority, deputy majority whip a kasa no. Ono church and in some way ya. Any doyo kujo. Ono so ye deputy minority whip a kasa. And she made a statement it's worth thinking about. Say, as someone abano, ada speaker yes our pronouncement no. Per speaker or say a findings and your declaration po per ni press conference no. Or say ni findings was asem no. And a vacant seat no. Ada or yes our pronouncement no. Parliament was in full session. The numbers are never no. It me take a decision. Obekaya last time obaya joining parliament no can say nipe wo no omo betimi aye business but omo ntimi take a decision. And enra die so no the same thing. Nipe wo no omo betimi aye business but omo ntimi take a decision. Which means say the majority side the another MPP caucus men can say mama you cry confused you who to call majority and minority. Say omo ebetena ase a ebianka numbers ni enough to make a decision and take a decision ti say e wo se okole say obi a asem a e ba ye obi di court no kra de court no kan ye nti no me gina so akase ya ebia anka saa niema ye hu ni sese nki hu but muni ho enti numbers na wo ho no entimi take a decision.
The speaker,
don't you think says our actions will affect it to some extent?
You see, speaker no kasa or kind no say or communicate to parliament say a year vacancy be a better one. And no nama the NDC minority now thinks that they are the majority. Today, we be saying here I say NDC or me a majority and not me a minority. Or better catch us me a majority in parliament. Exactly. And that is the confusion. And that confusion must be cleared.
How can it be cleared?
By the speaker. By the speaker himself.
The same parliament.
The speaker has an opportunity with the numbers that will be available, whether MPP for who, whether MPP for who, to make sure say okay, as a result of my communication, my interpreting as a ruling, no, that is not the case. Per our convention as a house, majority tnaha, minority tnaha. And let's go back to the status quo and do our business until say the decision is determined by the Supreme Court.
But that's also a decision. Lies in the
that's also a decision to be made by the Speaker and Parliament.
Yes. W. Speaker has an opportunity, and I make a choice. number and a number say be due hono answer na obe preside no say ose onya quorum for making like business going about business but only quorum for making a decision. I am saying that he has an opportunity even through a press
that's a suggestion from you, but you see it depends on where you stand to analyze this issue.
Where do I stand? I stand for democracy. I stand for the good people of
Ghana.
Parliament.
It is speaker so a window out and a mature say the window out no say a decision whatever I can see say also announced maybe it's a decision.
True.
I was say a taking effect and I say nya impact of parliament so ehia numbers bi some numbers nya available so e be dempo na say e woni trim so be ye de wo kan ya watimi aye
nana me say me ka say speaker ene course buha here e course amani e course a speaker why how in any event speaker had an opportunity and my friend here was talking about precedents called by the NPP and you say better no you are wrong. Check our constitution very well. Article 9 of our 3 of our constitution. Yes, you forfeit a year your membership. Say say MPP BOA and you go independent or another way. But that is not in isolation. And Madam Yeti says, who read such a document? Who read it as a whole? You don't pick and choose.
So what
so there can say over Article 4 no, it gives an opportunity to that individual to defend him or herself. Okay? Then a decision will finally be made and communicated to the interested parties. In the case of 3 of these MPs, that fulfillment of our constitution has not been made. They have not been heard yet.
Now, Esiama, was he heard at the time?
The party wrote to the Speaker of Parliament at that time. Had the party written to a Speaker of Parliament concerning these 3 members of Parliament or 2 members of Parliament? No. So there is a procedure that needs to be at the same time per the standing orders of Parliament. So Assembly say bar also Speaker refer to privileges committee and our committee be in Parliament. No more tenacity. No more conclude. No more for no and I results and Breno before he declares. Answer no obe declare and also obe masa communication no. Na honorable Afinyo Markins e dia court. Say nka emane nka ho asem. There's a precedent by DFNN where nanka NDC for ebe say omo passive ministers of state be and they had to go through some procedural parliamentary processes omanye. GHMS took the case to court. DFNN said that the assembly the court. So I will wait for the determination of the matter. Why didn't the Speaker of Parliament, Agbang Babi, and first our presidents now make an answer? Wait. My point is this. See, you can see you call legalities of what has happened but for me, the legalities in here Ghana for CCR. Ghana for Jumaya for no. One shall munya ketuano, Yakoya Nimua. Ghana for na, Dodro na person free SHS. And Mrabe Bone Chidom, near to the year Jumano, Ekoyeno. My point solidly is this. NBC for any message. Omunia Simbia, Omu candidates no Yempe. My friend keeps making the argument about the United States of America. And who told you say the America for made a determination, say they want President Trump to come and fix the economy? No, that was not the determination. Hey. The factors are almost core as to why.
But economy was key.
Economy was not key.
It was on top.
So what
per the report?
Hey.
Now, but today, the sustainability of their democracy was key. Gender and women's rights were key. In fact, Sauba Ghana, according to the National Commission on Civic Education, our report in the last week or the last 2 weeks now, among the key issues that Ghana for looking into, so I'm going to make a decision in 2024 elections. Economy is not part of it. According to Afrobarometer's report, and now you are 3 key issues in here Ghana for: number 1, unemployment; number 2, roads and infrastructure; number 3, health; number 4, education. Economy is not even part of it, even here in Ghana. Then you go on to say America for choose vice president, and into Ghana for M2 Obama your vice president. Let me make the point: say Trump, he came back after he lost and he won. John Dramani Mahama came back after he lost and he lost again. So you can't do that comparison. And then he talks about the fact that they brought a vice president, and Ghana Fobe rejected a vice president because Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has been a monumental failure. I beg to differ, respectfully. Naneje said, Osha from 1996, and now they are in 2000. We've had a vice president on the ticket of every presidential election in this country. John Evans Atamos, John Dramani Mahama, and then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. None of these vice presidents has been effective as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So Osha and Nyoma as vice president. What do you need more implemented in this country? Over 30 of them. I was here to break. Doc, remember also, but obi the question be a baby, sir. Say, na no into Yabwabian Samoa, Abubakar Sadiq ni hopes na doye. Mo fair hearing as you are referring to your constitution, Nana. No. Remember also later now. What address? No problem. Now, Doc, so NDC as a party, more tro akoma speaker say Yera Kwatiakwa more inedi.
Me say the constitution is clear. These are 4 candidates. Omwankasa electoral letter, echo file nominations our electoral commission, which is of public knowledge, and the constitution is clear. Say obi member of parliament be our parliament, oko file our electoral commission. Say in the next election, on sign it maybe on your please. Oh, Kasiko me reading show. Me near tear cry away. Sa only political party be dumb. Na uko file sa only omundom biu. And now a independent candidate. Now uko file sa onye independent be person on political party kodoma. You have to vacate your seat in parliament. It is clear. You don't need to be a lawyer or a judge to understand this. Akra OJHS 3 cry no bisana. Only ote sadi we say. So why are we all creating the impression say there is some difficulty being there is no interpretation? This is clear. There is no right
because say who you use street knowledge the year interpretation
common sense
no ebasa na ability listen tiase dog what tiase tie e said them tie hey na me tie me am so common knowledge say repara you as a doctor you know very well say drug abuse I was here assessment me ba e bia na bibi foforo and so the same thing applies to law.
Assessment has already been made in 2020. It is clear by the MPP speaker. Why assessment?
But the fact, the fact is say, oh my yes, I didn't interest say, definite because that's why we test the law. What you say?
UTM. You see, the people, they equally know what is common and what is law. Ubi any. Agenda be a MPP for us that create. Say ebe da Ghana for nyina. Na yenya a certain impression say there is misunderstanding. There is no misunderstanding. It is clear, plain, black and white. Say what the parliament. Now say what adwin say party on your mobile on your mukobima. E wo say vacate seat. E clear obi any. What the make say? Inti no dey I won't waste my time. So we say oh babe deliberating on salaries. Now also be lay free SHS bill. Now NDC for parliamentarians go to parliament. Now speaker so to parliament chair na wa ma. You don't come and blame Obia and also that. Now you go America.
Answer na we go America. Me yen go commercial break.
No problem. No too bad to us. Oh man be 15 minutes one maybe.
Oh mema kwan. Say 15 minutes by 15 minutes there. But mema time don't worry. No me and me time no mema time inti. Mema time na messages no dey bebre ba say issue amanfo ehuhia pa we was it MPP die no omo tro koma a speaker of parliament whereas we obi antro bibia nkoma na se enya try MPP for a troye e koma speaker Michael Kwea ebia nanka ye declare esiama seat in vacant na
constitution is how say the speaker should be notified.
Sure.
Anti notification is it limited whether the
difference is at this time
even me am
notified the speaker
and your part in quantity notify speaker me am notify speaker let me throw open letter the speaker
sure
yes
sure,
so what
sure.
What are they talking about
ma yentwe home rasisi ya ba nkomo no ye beto aso kai say na farmers day nti ba bia wonam bia abasobɔ ne nsembo ne nchia de akuafo no ene ni nyina eyo de ye ba sisi ya all right ya mo akwa ba bia mu ade aba ye bedwam dwumadi so yegusu di nkomo ene akuafo da nti dwumadi ye di nyina ye kiti edema omemu ekuafo Dr. Yenkwe.
Yes, and see, it's a dynamic. What is happening in Parliament is here. It has happened before, and the ruling is clear. Parliament is a master of their own rules. In fact, so we read the Article 115. It is clear. Say, there shall be freedom of speech, debate, and proceedings in Parliament, and that freedom shall not be impeached or questioned by any court, or placed out of Parliament. Proceedings, debates, speech, in fact, rulings shall not be questioned by any court. Enti mebo abamba be abaso. Wachere say in fact or learned na MPP for the ombesi so ankomo shayema. Look, in the last 8 years, be bia ni wa MPP for beto ya ometimi aye ye than the ombeto ye. What do you mean? Before 2016 and our mobile na Ghana unemployment rates me mabunu kasama for intina me kasa say 8% and net 14.7%. Ghana mabunu 2 million in any juma. What has been MPP solution to the issue of unemployment? In fact, on a daily basis, they are giving different employment data. What do I say? In 2022, almost your market here, Juma, September 2022, almost your market here, Juma, 3 million. Meanwhile, almost your market here, Juma, 3 million, but more employment minister.
Obey me.
Yes,
favor.
Yes.
Now,
what
mention ni pakodi figure
of course. Of course.
And mind you, discussion na ye nyina no ye be fact check it.
No problem. Ignatius Bafuwa.
Employment minister.
Yes. September 2022. Also market here Juma 3 million.
Okay.
2 months time. Na Kenoforiya Transwaba be now. November 15, 2022. Also there be your boy. Ya create Juma 2.1 million. Dr. Baumia, Oko Jina 7 February UPSA. Also market here Juma 2.1 million. Is that not it? Meanwhile, on 18th August, time we read your manifesto Takranden. Also market here Juma 2.3. A week after, Oyen Central for Shemu, me sure say Ukobi. A week after our manifesto, Oyen Central for Shemu or Sunday
press conference.
Also, Yeboao, ya create here Juma 2.1. Meanwhile, Nancy we Botema Sports Complex. Also market here Juma 2.6. What do I say? Even in 2022, na Ankasa 2021, employment minister Beka say market here Juma 5.3 million. Meanwhile, Ghana mabuno money Juma 2 million. Into what criteria Juma this much? Why should unemployment increase from 8% to 14.7%? Means that nothing really has been done. All has been cosmetic. Young programmer ebe sustain you for not 2-3 years. Abra emom permanent employment. And here Papa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama obey. Look at the massive infrastructure programs. So yeah. It was the bedrock of massive employment opportunities. Hospitals, schools, Terminal 3, and then obi oya Terminal 3 bia. That football, so long as the terminal is there, obi nyadwuma. Is that not it? University of Ghana Medical Center, Ridge Hospital, MPS Port Expansion Project. What did they make us say? Massive programs are employ nipa bebre. What did I say? What has been MPP's solution to unemployment in Ghana? In fact, if there is any solution, unemployment increase from 8% to 14.7%. Papa John Dramani Mahama, or say wakotene fie, or tie Ghana for mabunu sufre, or say he is thinking outside the box, or the sustainable permanent employment solution. Until he has mentioned the 24 hours economic policy. Or say Juma Bako, Nipami and Sanabe at 3 different shades. He has also mentioned the National Women's Bank. Or say Muton Yama Mudija, Muhiya Sika Kakra, Yenya Mamo and social media, Uton Bibi Kakra, Muhiya Sika Kakra dia show. Or the National Women's Bank, Basa Bank, no, a man kwan be mu bank manager, a man kwan be mu teller, a man kwan be mu security official. Na man kwan so na sa we no bank no. Loans. Papa Asaka, the Ejumara policy. the Jumara policy the etienne say oh ya Ghana mabunu nyame de nepa bi esua adua mu nyame aso da yepa watena se atworo adwuma bi upese obie ba kakra ne den eni ho under the Jumara policy annually ye bepe Ghana mabunu kwa 10,000 na ye de bibi kakra so mo nsem na mo so atini ayi den e de bi omo nyuma ye papa asaka the 1 million coders program ye papa net say then National Data Center on the Accra Data Center, which has been a bedrock for major IT firms, banks, pharmacies in Ghana. Omu na omu outsource omu data from the National Data Center. Also, obey 1 million coders program. Obi our National Data Center. Or catch us obey 1 million coders program. Unyine chini. Ye papa asaka say obey youth in export and youth in agribusiness. Ghana ha ade ba ko e ha adwen pa se wakogye asase e ho langa asase NDC aban ayeba oye Ghana mabunu a wani jikuayo ho under this program ye gensase ato we are fitting it with modern irrigation technology environmentally friendly agrochemicals fertilizers ne ye sade farmer service centers they chere say ye bepe agri extension officers they akogina vantage points in across the country districts constituencies. Now, on much Ghana mabuna, they will be rolled onto this youth in agri and agribusiness policy. No, near church, mama Ghana, Kriyo, among youth, no, I attractive. It is a policy of Papa John Dramani Mahama. I can't also about me. Papa say, I am a memo. Because of domestic debt exchange programmer, Mumu bebre musika sama tetia pansama, bayaji musika di omutu omuntu ya kuti. Sika sama edi, ene enyumagu business dollar fu obibi asai. Into obeso abusuafo asene or say oh ye first year student a wotie me anopay say we go training college say we go polytechnic say we go teacher training say we go university oh ye first year student ade ba ko e ha adwen pa preventing kola from going to school in tertiary admission fees ya admit one yama 1 week yama 2 weeks to admission fee ye papa say oba or the get fund sika MPP 4 omo buy omo de tabno atoso a sika bia ma get fund mu a yentimi mfanya de papa bian oyi sa tabno na fri ho he is uncapping get fund na sika ne bebra beka no de say sika no aso abusuafo asene for first year students in public tertiary institution training college nursing training university polytechnic so be admission fees and these are the things I papa his excellency or dey ba or say sa 1 million coders programming e be for nipa 1 million 24 hours economy e be for Ghana mabunu 1 million National Women's Bank ye hwe Ghana ma ye nuano ma ye maame mu e dia so masene no matinye bi omunyuma mu ama Ghana mabunu dodo na ide enya adwuma. What has been the solution of Baumia? What has been the solution of MPP?
The solution is for 8 years. Abino. Okay. Na Ghana for mebno co school Graduate Unemployment Association. Abai create an avenue for them and introduce BBFN in NAPCO. And then we know because if mebru be 100,000. 60% of that emebunu have been absorbed into the system. That was our solution. And then oko year artisanal programs are omodiaba. Now no omu training mebunu 10,000. Emo starter packs omudi koye juma ewon kran ha. Na me ya aduma busumi ye mo omo say kukumasi ako training in masonry, carpentry, hairdressing. Na omasa mo ejuma ometimi ayan afebo dada ni abre nyina. Debi ameka se mintu kwan kwa America na nke bia misua etie yo ana misua se de ye mechanical enka misika enka ebro MPP aban. That is our solution. Ebi oni se answer na obi benya adwuma ye no, that person must be provided with skills. That is why we have committed so far 9.9 billion into the training and educating of our youth. I'm talking about free SHS. For the first time in the history of our Fourth Republic, why committed so much into a TVET. And then we know because TVET education, free, plus secondary school education. That is our commitment to the youth of this country. Dr. Aye, the old Kenyan Ghana force rewo. Said, don't Germany Mahama, what about your man Penida? He had an opportunity to do the things that he is promising today. Yes, we do not do that. Ebi wow. Now no mebuno Ghana for mebuno catch and it's all penyuma ye. Okache Ghana for mebunu say onye magician or more medjuma.
So they say offer checking.
What you say? Onye magician to provide them with jobs. This is an individual or your man penny as a president. When the youth of this country were looking for jobs, no one to me more jobs. Come on, Ghana for mebunu eye juma hairdresser Mr. Ni di mo mama kasa. Ghana for mebunu eye hairdressers. Eye mason juma omo ye welders omo here electricity di eye juma for 4 solid good years for crying out loud. Na Ghana for the sumo omo nya kane ntimi fa nya omo juma. And then we have this same man telling us say oba be mama juma ye. Ghana for ni di mo mebunu Mr. mo. Adabraka. Eye Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The news ade hu ene ni tiri mu pa ode beba no it moves us into the future, into the fourth industrial revolution, where we Ghana ni bebunu ye be training 1 million of you na mo sua coding, robotics, empo se o Ghana ha obetimi aye adwuma wa America enye sika gu botom ahwe wo ne yire ne wabusua ebio anamuntu a omampani na nado danko akufado etu a ebebo emebunu hu ban ene omoda ache ban no eno na oba eba bebe to aso na o kan se eye John Dramani Mahama ni infrastructure activities no e provide adwuma to evident to abaman the way you be na nado danko akufado aye more than 3 times we are talking about terminal 3 yes brand new airport to Kumasi. So what are you talking about? You are talking about hospital, UGMC. UGMC, yes, Musi phase 1. Atamus ne one commission, one for Nipa Bakukura with UGMC. And now the Danko Kufa Dubai or start a complete phase 2 of UGMC. What I say, or complete year. And I mean, no, say MPP are banned and now the Danko Kufa do. Hospitals, 40 hospitals, including clinics, every year completely. Agenda 111 MBI. And then no say Busumi yemwa. You be commission about 30 agenda 111. Agenda 111 no. E be for Ghana for mebunu nurses. O man penny John Dramani Mahama. Catch say no ba be man mebunu dwuma. Under his presidency, nurse for went me and pursue. Under his presidency, the youth of Ghana no more into teaching. Omo ye dwuma be over 12 months. Obi obetu omo 3 months. Now, we are a medical doctor. The young people of this country are on medical school. Every year, Juma for 11 months. John Dramani, I'm not talking about allowances. I'm talking about salaries. John Dramani Mahama was not paying young doctors their salaries. And this is a man, and Robert Nakache say, or Bob Base, now, and your ferry and you won't say, a Juma Bakunipami and Sanabeye. And 2 year teacher near Bakubeba Nopa. That's what he's talking about. Policy I mean, don't I say, among other things, 24-hour economy, no. Disco, nightclubs, will pay for 24 hours. Is that the economy we are looking for? We are looking for an economy. Ghana for to align with the revolution. 24 hours. I see disco 24 hours. And you call disco now because honey 24 hours. Is this the policy that we are looking at? Is this the individual? Yes, why your man penny now? You be so my Jumania Mebuno, I can't say Ninkonya. Papa, when your papa. Sabi ye didn't bear ye, and me Ghana for me. 2 minutes, very mammy. Miana, mammy, yepe on man penny and now a branch here and now an individual. Obey me a boa Ghana mebuno, and then shisha. It's I say, why ye be the empo not only executive authority on your man penny now, your vice president. You did the formalization of the economy, a man on digitalizing Ghana economy. Why ye am an IFA, I am successful. Ye the man of waiting me, I am an IFA, I'm an IFA. Okay.
MPP for they should learn how to read. And yet headlines they read.
Oh, the monk was when did
also the fact of life, President Mahama said the fact of life is that you can only have money in your pocket if you work and earn it. There's no magic to put money in people's pocket. That is why my government is investing as much as it is investing to try and provide the youth with skills and to make.
What about those who have skills already?
Please.
What happened to them?
TV so
those who have skills already. What about those who have skills? Did he provide them with employment?
Or say NDC buy and NDC buy mu. John Mahama in 2013. Now Ghana nurses 12,300. 12,345. Ye free about me in 2017. No me 58.
Source.
2017 budget. Any maybe any 2017 budget. Any.
Any. Can you
It's what better not TV to any masse.
Can't go near
you. You didn't Mama appendix no me read it. Yeah, free about na 58,000. Yeah, but na 12,000. Yeah, for saying 46,000. What better not TV to control. I'm a when you make look. Ghana MPP Baumia or will be Papa be a communications team member. Obviously, Anka say Ghana economy in Porto. Don't go and work for Happy Farmers Day. The family not say ample for AJ, Madam.